what do you have for us in critical thinking?
I want to talk about margin, and I want to talk about how thinking about the margin helps you make better decisions.
Okay, so what is margin?
Thank you for asking. Margin in economics terms is the border, the boundary, the edge. So which if you go beyond that, you're adding additional whatever you're talking about, right? So for example, I'll give you an example, the law of diminishing marginal utility.
Okay, you're going again. What do you mean by utility?
Well, utility, good question. So utility in economic terms is relative satisfaction, or basically happiness. So the law of diminishing marginal utility is the law of
Diminishing additional happiness.
diminishing additional happiness. That's right. So if you just put it in different terms, you'll understand it.
Why
So-
can't they just say it that way?
Well, they could, but economists need jobs too, so they have to confuse you a little bit. The law of diminishing additional happiness, or the law of diminishing marginal utility, essentially, if you're thirsty and you get your first glass of water, you're very happy. You get your 10th glass of water,
Not so happy.
not so happy. If you're hungry and you get a bite of cake, great. You get your fourth slice,
Oh, not so great.
not so great. Think about it in economic terms, in financial terms in your own life. If you had $50 million, you go from $50 million to $1 million,
Not a
no
big
deal.
difference in my life.
How about if you have nothing and you go to $1 million?
Oh, huge difference.
Huge
Very
difference.
happy.
Yeah, it's a nice curve, right? Very steep at the beginning, and then it diminishes as it goes on. Everybody with $50 million would like to have $50 million, but it's not as important as that first million, which is what a lot of people think. So, thinking about margin means thinking about the small additional changes that can make a difference instead of just wanting more. So, do I want, that next glass of water? Probably not. Do I want the first glass of water? I do.
Yes.
So you make better decisions when you think about it in small increments than just saying, I want to be rich. Well, how rich? Do you really need that $1 million, and what are you willing to give up
What
for
makes
it?
you happy?
That's exactly right.
Now, what's the takeaway?
So the takeaway is critical thinkers focus on the margin. Should I exercise one more minute? Should I eat one more bite? Or should I spend or save my next dollar? By thinking about the margin, we clear away the clutter, we reduce the scope of the problem, and we make better decisions.